Welcome to another free idea podcast. Oh my god, this guy wants to merge or something. Dude, just merge. Merge behind me. There you go. I am the week competing for space over here. This one started on a yeah, I'm on traffic. So you know what grinds my gears over here? Um, road signs without bullet holes. Like, are you really in America if your road signs don't have any bullet holes? Let's talk about that. Whenever whenever I go to this one place, it's always this same street, just a road sign, and it looks like people are using it for target practice because what's beyond it, it's nothing but fields. But before that sign is just a bunch of rural houses. So I just think it's funny how somebody's driving at night or in the plain daylight and has a gun with him and decides to shoot a road sign for fun, like drive by in the middle of nowhere. I don't know why, but whenever I see that sign, every single time I laugh. Like, who takes time out of their day? Who is the person that's living in the present that, is driving? It's like, you know what? It's a sign right there, nothing behind it, and nobody around me except for everybody else was in their houses. And you know what? I happen to have a gun on me that I haven't used ever. I'm just gonna shoot this thing for fun. Like, who's the type of person that gets fun out of that? I'd probably be the one, but I just don't have the cojones, to do that. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's just crazy. Like, you're out there. I feel for the people that live around it that have to hear gunshots every once in a while, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's just the sign." People shooting at it again. So yeah, here's an idea: make a road sign and start putting stickers on it with a target practice on it, and let's see what happens. Just chaos. No, let's just in rural areas. No, not just every house, but that I think it's just silly. Um, any more ideas? I was listening to some. See, here's the reason why I don't watch the news. I just watched it yesterday. I opened YouTube to one of my favorite YouTubers, and the title of the video is "We're going to war with Nigeria," and I opened that video to listen a little bit of it, and it's like Trump making some tweet that we might go guns blazing. I don't know. He always says things like we might go, we might not go, and then I don't know if people go rampant on it on the news, and they take it to 100 times. Anyways, I don't know, but as soon as I start getting into the news, now we're going to war somewhere else, and I'm like, oh my, this is why I don't watch the news. If I if I was watching the news, I would never buy a house. I tell you that. I would never have a son or something. I'd never have children because it's just everything in the news is chaos today and end of the world tomorrow. Anyway, so I was watching this YouTuber other videos, and they were talking about something that it would never occur to me in any of my dystopian ideas. I've tried hard, I tell you, I've tried really hard to make the worst ideas possible for humanity. And it never occurred to me a fridge that is $3,000 with a screen, right? Right? We know about that. Hold on. It has advertisement on the screen. It never occurred to me that I could put ads on a TV from the fridge. And I thought, whoa. Now, I'm despicable with my ideas, but that's on another level. I gotta give it to them. Reality sometimes is worse than fiction. And so that's how it goes. Apparently, Samsung wants to put ads on your TV that you paid quite a lot of money already. Not only that, it has cameras inside. So this is what I was saying before. Nothing new. AI cameras inside the fridge. It looks at the food that you have in there, and it gives you recipes, whatever. I got that idea from Chinese fridge that already did that a long time ago. Except this fridge also takes pictures and it shows you the picture, and I thought that was hilarious because it never occurred to me to also have pictures where it shows you the picture. I thought the AI was just gonna do its own analysis and not even show you pictures and just, well, I thought that was hilarious because there is a show that my wife showed me where there's this black family. It's a how I don't know what the name is, and I wish I knew it, but it's popular in the 90s. And this guy is known to be a cheapskate, like he wants to save money. Well, because he's this only working person, and his job is not even one that I think he's just like a mailman or something along that newspaper delivery. So he earns very little. But back in the day, you could raise a family in one salary like that, so that's pretty cool. Um, but anyways, he doesn't make much, so he tries to save as much money as possible. And there's one episode where they take it like a huge notch, and what he does to save money, he wants to save on electricity, so he tells his family to stop opening the fridge because the light of the fridge and the cold of the fridge, you just don't want to use electricity. So he comes up with this incredible idea of buying a camera, a Polaroid, and he opens the fridge, takes a picture of it, and the Polaroid comes out, and then he puts a magnet of the picture on the door of the fridge, and he tells the wife, "This is so you don't have to open the fridge to see what we have. You can just look at this picture, you know what is there, and just open the door right away and take the thing that you want and close it." Um, and if you grab something and it finishes, you just put an X. Um, so this, I thought about that when this AI fridge takes a picture of all the contents inside, it will also show you what's in there. So now you don't even have to open the fridge to know what it's in the fridge. And so something tells me that you're still gonna open it anyways out of habit when you're hungry. Cause I do it all the time. I'm like, I'm hungry. I don't know what to eat. I wish there was ice cream in my house. So I go and I open the fridge, hoping that ice cream just teleports. And I look at it and there's nothing to eat. So I close it. And 10 minutes later, I keep pacing around the house and I open the door again just to see if there's something to eat. There's nothing, just tomatoes and onions. And I close it. And I feel like even if it has a picture, I wouldn't be satisfied enough to just look at the picture and be like, yeah, no ice cream. I'll probably still open that fridge. So I don't know how useful it is to have a picture of your contents, but I thought it's funny and silly. Apparently, you will be able to catch your spouse cheating on you because he also takes pictures when somebody sticks their hand in there or their head. So you'll probably be able to review the pictures and be like, hey, those hands, uh, those nails are red. And I know my husband doesn't have red nails. So it's just getting weird with this AI fridges. Yeah, so happy Monday. I thought it couldn't get any worse, but having ads on your fridge is something I couldn't come up with. I don't know. And then they were talking also about ads in your car, where they made a patent. I think it was Jeep. I think it was Jeep. And yeah, it was. The cameras in the front of your car can see what you're doing outside. So if they look at uh, one of those big posters, I forgot what their name are, of like McDonald's, the car is gonna take a picture of that or a scanner or whatever, and in your big old iPad screen is gonna show you uh the McDonald's ad, as well as you can order right there and then. Which why? What if I'm just listening to music? I don't want to see advertisement. Well, be sure that you might have to pay a monthly membership to take away the ads. And even then, it's not going to take all of them away. It's still going to show you some of them. Like we currently already have with, I think Netflix still show you ads even if you pay. And Amazon, the rating ebooks. Even if you pay for no ads, the covers of the book become the ad. For example, if I buy the Holy Bible on this ebook, the cover should just say the Holy Bible, right? But what they do is, even if I pay for no ads on the home screen, sometime later, the cover of my Bible will change to, hey guys, we're selling Bible number 2, because finally the author came up with a second edition, hmm, as we all hope for. And so now the cover of my Bible has the advertisement of Bible number 2, uh, expanded edition. So yeah, that happens. I don't know about the driving. When you drive and you have ads pop into your iPad screen, it's just why? Like, guys, why are we doing this? We know we see the posters out to the right and left. Why do you have to put it right in my car? And then again, I'm supposed to be driving, right, and paying attention and not crashing. So it gets a little weird there too. However, if you think about it, we're not going to be driving cars very soon. It's going to be illegal at one point, highly discouraged and illegal. And so if you get one of these robotic cars that just drive you anywhere, which that's going to be your personal car later on, I guess it makes sense. You're going to have ads while the police is taking you to Taco Bell. You might get some ads for McDonald's. Uh, in fact, I think that could already be a thing right now, where if you get into one of those self-driving cars, self-driving taxis, it could probably have some advertisement there just popping in your iPad screen with volume all the way up, because you have nowhere to go. Basically, you're captive, and you can listen to ads. The question is why? Why do we need so many ads in our face all the time? Perhaps we need to make some laws already, but I don't know. It's America, right? So whatever. But I was thinking, like, that is something that had never occurred to me. I do make some crazy ideas out there, but that's kind of inhumane. So I thought, what a great premise to think about, what else could we put ads on that it doesn't need? For example, mirrors. Sadly, this is already happening from a video I saw. But there's some places where if you go to the bathroom, the mirror itself is showing you ads. Like imagine somebody dancing and putting perfume on, like that's your type of ad in a bathroom. And you can't even look at yourself properly. You're trying, but you can't because there's this person dancing in front of the mirror, advertising your perfume nor, chicken flavor. So like, why? It's getting kind of dystopian there. It's just, like, come on, guys. How much money do you want to squeeze out of me? How much? Yeah, at some point we're gonna come up with these glasses from that movie that just turn off all the ads that you see. There was this very like 1960s movie, black and white, where this guy gets a pair of glasses and whenever he puts them on, he sees the mind control happening around him, and whenever he looks like an ad of smokes or whatever, he would just see black and white words that say obey or buy, purchase. It would just say things that you already know they're doing to you. Um, like you're not good enough. It would just say stuff like that. I don't know. I'm making it up, but I've only seen shorts of that video. And then when he looks at people with those glasses, everybody looks like robots or like skulls, skeletons. Pretty much saying that they're mind controlled already. They're just bots. Pretty interesting, but soon into the future, if we keep having ads in our fridges and our mirrors, it'd be a good invention to have that. Polarized, actually anti-polarized glasses that do not look at screens. For example, there is a screen that goes into your phone already, and your TV and your computer monitor. If you take off that little polarization, it's like a black sticker. you cannot see the screen. And if you take that off and then put it on your glasses, now your glasses can see the screen, but nobody else can. It's pretty cool. So what I'm saying here is we need glasses that are the opposite of that, where you put this film on them and you cannot see screens. You just turn them black or it turns them white. I'm pretty sure we could do that. I am pretty sure we could do that. All you got to do is reverse a polarization on the screens. So if the whatever that is, if that's from horizontal, then just make it vertical or something like that. But there's no need for it right now, but there will be a need for it much later. Because think about it. You cannot carpet the world, put a nice fluffy carpet so your delicate feet can always be delicate everywhere you go. But you can put sandals, you can put shoes, you can put comfortable boots. So in that same sense, we cannot get rid of the screens in this world, but we could put on glasses that lets us not see advertisement. Or, you know how we have things on the websites like Brave that if you go to YouTube, it just blocks all the ads. We could have something like that as well, where once we have all these virtual reality glasses, you pirate some software or buy it, most likely pirate, and then this software just eliminates all ads that you see. Anytime you look at a screen, it will make it pitch black or something on your eyes. I also, there's some other cool things that I've been tweaking on, just looking at videos about it. But there is a little computer motherboard that you can buy and play with. And then you can connect this thing to your Wi-Fi network and your router. And it turns off all ads from every device that is in your network, including smart TVs. So even if you're watching Netflix with ads, it would turn them off. If you're watching YouTube on your smart TV, it would turn them off. It's pretty cool. But you need a lot of know-how. And I think this is a very good idea for somebody who wants to make money out there that you could start selling right now is buy this device, do the whole thing yourself, the whole setup, and then put a bunch of instructions with how to connect this device to your router, make them as dumb proof as you can, and sell this for 40 bucks, 20, 40 bucks, whatever. I think the device is like 20. So just make it 40, you already make double, I don't know, 50, 100, whatever. As long as you can advertise that it will kill all your advertisement on all devices in your household, it's going to sell. It's incredible. It solves a massive problem that we've created that we cannot get rid of because the lawmakers will not make anything about it. And it's just complicated for the normal Joe to tweak on these things. So here's the thing. I think it's called a Raspberry Pi. It sounds like a joke, but it's Pi as in Pi. This little motherboard that you can do a lot of cool hacking things. Not hacking, but what do you call it? Coding. It's like a little device to learn code, or you can learn a lot of code. It's a little computer. You can modify it to do a lot of things that you want it to do. Very fun. And so there's this one in particular that there's like a video. It shows you how to modify it to do that. Anyways, that's the idea. Make it happen. Sell it. Buy this little device. Configure it so it eliminates ads. Sell it with instructions how to connect it. Boom. For those, if you're interested in it, you can already do it. You can buy it yourself. If you're computer savvy, you can go ahead and play with it and do some how-to YouTube videos. And there are videos. I wish I could do that, but I don't have a house yet. So I'm still, with the renting Wi-Fi and stuff, but I will soon have a house and I will test it myself. I'll buy one of those things, motherboards, and I'll connect it to my network and see how it works. And you know what? If it's simple enough, I'll figure out a way to sell it to friends and family first. Then I'll take it from there. Most likely, I don't think it's gonna be that easy. Once you have the device, you still gotta go into your web, um, like the provider. You still gotta go through their internet, this and that, and find a bunch of random things. But if I can make the instructions simple enough using ChatGPT, I might be able to. But don't wait for me. This is a free idea. Use it yourself if you are one of those people that can make it happen. This is the future we're heading. You'll be first. This is the time to start making that device. You'll be first. And you'll have, what do you call it? First digs luck or whatever. First luck. There's a name for it. Basically, whenever you're the first to come up with something, you have an advantage. Like the way Netflix has a huge advantage over online movies versus Disney Plus and Hulu because Netflix was first. They were able to capture most of the people. It's pretty cool. So where else could we put ads and make it as annoying as possible? License plates. You're you're always looking at the back of a car. Have it play ads on you. I know license plates we can't mess with the police. So digital license plates. If we start having digital license plates, think about it. It removes the need to make so much metal every time you need to apply for a new license plate or a new car. You don't need metal anymore. And we're in a scarcity of metal, let's say. So now there's screens. And they're like government issue or whatever, connected to the government. So you can anytime you need to renovate your license plate or whatever, you can just pay a fee a month, whatever, you get a license plate, you get it. License plate are digital now. And for those hackers out there, you could turn off the license plate whenever it is whatever you gotta do some sketchy stuff. How about the back of the car? It's like a huge back window, and we can make an LED window that can show advertisement in the back of it at the same time that it lets light through so you can see through your rear view mirror. So it impairs nothing. You can still see through as a driver. But for the people behind you, they're going to be watching ads 24/7 all the time. Let's make your driving as distracting as possible. Everybody to your left, right. Every time you're stuck at traffic, you're going to be watching so many ads from people's. The way you push it is you give them a discount, like insurance discount for having that in there, or you pay them like $10 a month. Eventually, as people adopt it more and more, then you start charging them. Well, you start giving them nothing, and then you start charging them that. And then you charge the people to show your ads. Even better. I'm really trying to make this as horrible as possible, but reality will beat me to it. What else can we put ads on? Trees, maybe one day with projectors. Skyscrapers, definitely. I mean, New York has done it. That's nothing new. China does it already, but the US is super behind on that technology. What you do is you put LED lines from down to up all the way, and you put a bunch of those lines all over until you pretty much created a screen. And then with those LED lights, just the same way that drone shows work, you make an advertisement. Boom. That's something that we've never in the US just adopted for some reason. And here I'm stopping at the damn sign with bullet holes. If I count them, it's more than 50. So that's fun. I bet it's like somebody's day, he just like stops by, shoots one a day, maybe two. He's feeling happy. Um, where else could we put advertisement? How about the guardrails that you're supposed to crash whenever you get into an accident? There's like guardrails on the left and right of the highway or whatever. Those rocks, put advertisement on that stuff. Now, if I remember, and I do remember, I think Europe, I think it was Germany. Um, Outside the train, there were some TVs. I don't know if it was Germany or China, but there were TVs outside the train LEDs, and it was pretty cool technology. So what happened is, as the train underground was moving in through the tunnel, there was some pictures outside that you could see through the window, and these pictures, they were like so many of them that as the train was moving fast, you could see these pictures move as well, and it was electronic pictures. Think of it like frames on a storybook from art. Whenever you go to YouTube and somebody has like 100 pages of Goku, and they just flip through this book, you see this little Goku figure powering up and moving and throwing the super energy ball and all that in slow motion, kind of fast motion, slow motion. Pretty cool technology. So it's just what? Sorry, it's not even. It's primitive technology. So this can be used outside the train on the walls. So whenever the train moves, you can see them move as well. And you could advertise even more. Now you can even advertise the tunnel of the train because they're LEDs. You can, you know, you don't have to have somebody there swapping it up every time you change advertisement and run the risk of getting into a train wreck, getting killed. So it's just LED. And because you have AI, you can just put one of those advertisement videos through AI and tell it to chop it up in 30 frames or whatever, and they can just copy paste, boom, new advertisement. Now, I think that's what they were doing. I think it was frame by frame, but maybe not. Maybe they were just plain old TVs playing an actual video, but because they're playing on 30 TVs, you never miss a second since you're going so fast. So it's pretty cool, ingenious, and it uses more advertisement. So there you go. Trains. How about airplanes? Can we advertise on airplanes? We already do at the bottom of airplanes. They already put the word Delta or whatever, American Airlines, so people from the ground can see it. Um, they already have TVs. Just make them, if they pay economy, like the poor people they are, like what 90% of people in this country, me included, have them watch ads all flight, just just for the whole ride, just put ads for 6 hours. Um, unskippable. Actually, put a sign that says skip, just like YouTube does, but put something ridiculous like 9,000 seconds, where basically they'll never be able to skip. Or just they can skip once they land, something like that. Like just make it so infuriating for no purpose. Just for that flight experience, just because you can. Here we go. Now I am at a. What is this? This one is one of those. I gotta wait for my left. Hey, we're just holding up traffic over here. Okay. All right. This is my turn. Woo! Just gotta do it. Um, you know what else? The front of the cars where they breathe, you can put a TV there and put more ads. That's it. You know what? Side of the door, more ads. Left of the door, more ads. You know what I've seen in China that it's actually happening, but America's adopting, but very slow. The top of the car, they put this Pizza Hut looking thing, but it's a TV, and it shows you ads. Boom, there you go. Um, yeah, but they do it in a weird way. Instead of being like aligned like a shark fin, where if you're at the left or right of the car, you can see it, but if you're in the back, you can't. They do it the opposite, I think. It looks like the least aerodynamic thing. It's just a big old rectangle at the top of your car. Yeah, so non aerodynamic. Um, yeah, they do this. So the people behind you can see the advertisement better. And I guess it makes more sense. Well, okay, now I'm in intersection, so I gotta wait for my turn. You know what the US needs to do, and I've already said it before? The the green lights, what I call traffic lights, they should have a timer that goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, and that's so fun. China had it. I'm pretty sure, if China can behave, America should be able to behave, but maybe we need more cameras in the traffic light. So don't do it. But they had this pretty cool thing where they just go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then everybody, starts accelerating in at one. But nobody ran the red lights over there. Also, it helps that they had like 4 cameras at 4 different angles at the top of the traffic light, like saying, "I dare you. I dare you cross this red light. I can scan your license plate and email you the what do you call it? The bill on your phone and take the money out of your bank account automatically. I don't even have to wait for you to agree to pay. You are gonna pay. What choice do you have? Um, where else could we put advertisement? Windows. You know what my issue is? We have too many windows in apartments that are never used. Most people just keep their curtains closed. All right, so this is what we do. We don't make it a choice. We just put advertisement on every single window. And the advertisement starts like 7, maybe 6, all the way till 9, something like that. 10. Let's make it 10. We push. And so those screens stay on all day long. When people are going to work, they see the advertisement and until they get to work. And everybody else who's walking their dog is going to see advertising in those windows no matter what. It's just LEDs. Uh, all right. Well, I got home, so I'll end it right there. Thank you very much. I'll try to think of more dystopian ideas next time. Bye-bye.